Nityananda. Welcome all to Iskcon Coventry evening program, another Sunday evening program. And I, Prem Prakash Kaurdas,
Ishani Madhavi Devidasi, welcome
welcomes
you
you
all.
to this evening, and thank you all for joining us. Um, and as we begin our journey, our beloved day, God Purnima, we enjoyed so much.
Yeah.
Such a nice program. Do we really enjoy
Yes, it was so heartwarming being in the temple again. It was like we are home back. so it was really exciting. It
Did
was
you like singing aartis?
very much, very much.
Yes,
We
and-
really liked Aarti. We liked all the kirtans.
And dancing.
Actually, singing together was a fun. And singing for Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Sachinanda Taichan. It was really great.
And wouldn't it be wrong to say that today is a spiritual hangover or after party, isn't it?
Yes, of course.
Hari
So we
bol.
all are facing that. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. So not to delay any further, we would like to take blessings of Srila Prabhupada, and for that we'll go to temple. And today Srila Prabhupada Aarti will be done by Garbani and Janimai. Hari bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Garbani and Janimai. Then pranam. Hope you are well.
I think Prabhupada is ready, so we'll start with the Aarti. Please carry
Hare
on.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhagati Sadma Bando Mohi Sabadana Mate Bando Mohi Sabadana Mate
Haribol.
Haribol. Thank you so much, Kurbani and Janimai. Janimai, you were really looking like Nimai that day.
Yesterday.
So, really
Yeah.
wonderfully dressed. And thank you for the Aarti.
It's wonderful. Thank you for the poem, Tripin Mataji. So that's wonderful to have you today, just after God Purnima. And the days are going just like, oh, today is God Purnima. I mean, the day is very long. So it's just continuing like that. There's spiritual tiredness.
We are still having that feeling that we are still in the same day having Gaur Purnima festival. So it's been lovely, and the altar is looking great as always.
Our deities, Sachin and Tajan, are just looking amazing, aren't they?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So thank you for the lovely darshan, Pujari ji, and our technical team. And
Now we are going to have, I think we are proceeding with our next program. And after Aarti, we are going to take blessings of Srila Prabhupada. So we are going to listen to Srila Prabhupada directly from him.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai!
Hari Bol.
Mahaprabhu, he is also Krishna. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna nahi anta. He has appeared as devotee. He appeared first of all as the Supreme Lord, Krishna, and he instructed Bhagavad Gita to the fallen souls, and he asserted his lordship, sarvadharman parityajya mamekam saranam vraja. But puffed up so-called learned scholars and men of position, they decline, why shall I surrender to Krishna? Therefore, Krishna himself as devotee of Krishna appeared. That is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, by his teaching how to approach Krishna. And his disciples, they are also teaching the same philosophy. There is no difference between Krishna's philosophy and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has introduced Krishna name, Krishna Varnam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's identification is given in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna Varnam, Krishnam Varnayati iti Krishna Varnam. He's always chanting Krishna. He's Krishna. Krishna Varnam Tisha Akrishnam. The incarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is described in the 11th canto, perhaps 5th chapter. He is described, he is recommended in the Shastra, in the Kali Yuga, this incarnation, this form of God should be worshipped. What is that? That is here. Krishna Varnam Tisha Krishna. He is always chanting Krishna. And he is Krishna. He belongs to the category of Krishna, Krishna Varnam. Krishna Varnam Tisha Krishna. But in this age, his bodily complexion is not black, it's yodels. Krishna Varnam Tisha Krishna. Sangopanga Saparsadam, accompanied by associates. Just like there is Nityananda, there is Advaita, there is Gadadhar. So Sangopanga Saparsadam. Astra. Astra means weapon. So Sangopanga, because when God incarnates, he has got two businesses. Paritrana sadhunam vinasaya cha duskita. So, one business is to give protection to the devotee and to annihilate the duskita, those who are sinful. So for annihilating, it requires weapon. Shankha Chakra Gada Vardha. Lord Ramchandra has got bows and arrows, and Krishna has got Sudarshan Chakra. But here it is said Sango Upanga Astra. What is that Astra? Weapon. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has no Astra. But seemingly there is no. But this is the Astra. This Hari Sankirtan. This is Astra. In the Kali Yuga, there is no profit by killing them. They are already killed. So therefore this is the Astra. To kill the miscreants. This is Astra, this is Hari Sankirtan. If they simply chant Hare Krishna, this is Astra that will kill all their sinful reaction of life, they will become devotee. This is Astra. Now it is not required with bows and arrow or because they are already dead. Because they have no conception of God. They are simply fighting how to avoid God. This is the business. It is very difficult to convince them about the existence of God. They are saying every moment there is existence of God, but they are so stubborn, so much bewildered by Maya, they will not. So under the circumstances, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is therefore called Namo Mahavadhanaya, most magnificent incarnation. Why? Krishna Prema Pradaya. Even without understanding Krishna, simply by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, they become ecstatic for love of Krishna. This is Chaitanya. Benediction. No qualification. But if he simply chants Hare Krishna mantra, he will be ecstatic. Krishna prema pradaya.
So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu means Krishna feeling separation, or Radharani feeling, Radha Bhavaddhiti, Subalitam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taken the position of Srimati Radharani, how to feel separation from Krishna. This is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, it is said, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna nahe anno. If you simply worship Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then you will be able to worship both Radha and Krishna. This is the meaning of this verse. So, Chaitanya Charitamrita author Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is describing the cause of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. The cause is that Krishna wanted to know what is there in Radharani. He is Madan Mohan. Krishna's another name is, he is attracted. Krishna is attractive to everyone. Even he is attractive to Cupid, Madan. Madan is attractive in the material world. And he is Madan Mohan. And Radharani is Madan Mohan Mohini. Meaning she attracts even the Madan Mohan. Therefore, Krishna is trying to understand what is there in Radharani, that she attracts. I attract the whole universe and she attracts me. So, with this feeling, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, tad bhavadhya lobhat, these are all transcendental loving acts. Lobha, there is greediness to understand. Tad bhavadhya samajani, he appeared in the womb of Mother Sachi, Samajani, Sachigarbha Sindhu, Harindu. Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is like the moon. So we have established this temple, Mayapur Chandroda. So this is the idea, that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is just like moon. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared in this land of Mayapur. Therefore he is said here as the moon. Therefore he said Chandra, Mayapur Chandra. The Lord Chaitanya, he is Krishna himself. He appeared as a devotee of Krishna. But he never said that I am Krishna. But from Vedic references we understand that he is Krishna. But the same mission, the Krishna's mission and Lord Chaitanya's mission is the same. How it is same? Krishna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he said that you surrender unto me. And Lord Chaitanya said, you surrender unto Krishna. The same thing.
Prabhuji, you are on mute.
Haribol.
Very well, sorry about that. So it was a lovely, wonderful lecture by Srila Prabhupada.
And Krishna Varnam Tushakar Krishnam Sango Pangastra Pashadam Yagnaihi Sankirtana Praya Yajantihi Sumedasah. So, what a wonderful uh, and very important presentation by lecture by Srila Prabhupada. That first, Krishna is himself coming as not in blackish form, but in form of golden form as Mahaprabhu. In a bhav of Radha bhav. That's so much touching. So it's Radha Rani's bhav, although he's non-different. He's different, but he's non-different to Krishna. He's Krishna himself,
But
but
in the
he's
mood
of
of
Radha Rani.
Radharani. Wow. He
And
also said, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Radha
Radha
Krishna
Krishna
Nahi
Nahi
Anya. They're
Anya.
same, and
So,
amazingly, did you notice that Srila Prabhupada is saying that if you worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then you worship Radha and Krishna both.
definitely.
And we are so lucky that we have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sachinand, and Nitashan as our
As our
daily
temple
wonderful.
So we are having double mercy.
Yes, mercy of Nityanand and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu both. So now we will be going to
Kirtans.
Kirtan sections. Yes, loved by all of us. And
So first, I think we'll welcome Mrs. Tarat. Yeah?
Yes.
She's gonna sing Bhajahu Reman, Hare Krishna.
so, Mrs. Tarat Mataji, most welcome. Dandavat Pranam.
You're welcome, Mataji. Please.
Hare
sing
Krishna.
your Krishna.
Hare
Very good. We are loving to hear lovely kirtans from you, Mataji. Please carry on. Hare Krishna.
Please accept our humble obeisances, Dandavat Pranams, and please bless us with Kirtan. Hare Bol.
Today's bit not very well. I feeling flu.
That's a transcendental tiredness, Mataji. You'll sing more better with that.
With the blessings of Mahaprabhu.
Hare Krishna. অভয়াচরণের গান yes বোঝহুরে মন শ্রীনন্দের নন্দন বোঝহুরে মন শ্রীনন্দের নন্দন অভয়ার চরণ বৃন্দ রে বোঝহুরে মন শ্রীনন্দের নন্দন অভয়ার চরণার বৃন্দ রে দুর্লভ মানব জনম সৎসঙ্গে দুর্লভ মানব জনম সৎসঙ্গে তর হে বুবু সিন্দুরে বোঝহুরে মন শ্রীনন্দের নন্দন অভয়ার চরণ বৃন্দরে দুর্লভ জনম মানব সৎসঙ্গে তর হে বব সিন্দুরে বোঝহুরে মন শীতয়াতপ বাত বরিশন শীতয়াতপ বাত বরিশন এদিন যামিনী জাগি রে এদিন যামিনী জাগি রে বোঝহুরে মন শ্রীনন্দের নন্দন অভয়ার চরণ বৃন্দ রে বিপলে সে বিনু কৃপণ দুর্জন বিপলে সে বিনু কৃপণ দুর্জন ইতে কি আছে করতি রে ইতে কি আছে করতি রে ভোজপুরে মন শ্রীনন্দের নন্দন অভয়ার চরণ বৃন্দ রে কমল দল জল জীবন টলমল কমল দল জল জীবন টলমল বজহু হরিপদ নীতি রে বজহু হরিপদ নীতি রে বজহু রে মন শ্রীনন্দের নন্দন অভয়ার চরণ বৃন্দ রে শ্রবণ কীর্তন শরণ বন্দন শ্রবণ কীর্তন শরণ বন্দন পাদ সেবন দাসরে পাদ সেবন দাসরে ভোজহুরে মন শ্রীনন্দের নন্দন অভয়ার চর বৃন্দ রে পূজন সখী গণ আত্মনিবেদন পূজ সখী গণ আত্মনিবেদন গোবিন্দ দাস বিলাস রে গোবিন্দ দাস বিলাস রে গোবিন্দ দাস বিলাস এ ভোজপুরে মন শ্রীনন্দের নন্দন অভয়ার চরণ বৃন্দ রে ভোজপুরে মন শ্রীনন্দের নন্দন অভয়ার চরণ বৃন্দ রে দুর্লভ মানব জনম সৎসঙ্গে দুর্লভ মানব জনম সৎসঙ্গে তর হে ভব সিন্ধুরে তর হে ভব সিন্ধুরে ভোজপুরে মন শ্রীনন্দের নন্দন অভয়ার চর বৃন্দ রে হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম রাম হরে হরে জয় গৌর হরি গৌর হরি বল জয় গৌর হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল জয় গৌর হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল প্রভুপাদ কি জয় হরে কৃষ্ণ হরে কৃষ্ণ
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mataji. That was lovely. And being Bengali, you have so much hold on the language that it doesn't need any decoration or any other instrument. Your voice yourself, your connection with Bengali language is itself
It's really amazing.
amazing.
Many of us, when we sing that, we sing, but the keys, then Mataji, when you do from the heart,
Yeah.
so it's just like being transported into a
The
spiritual world.
connection, we can see the connection. So thank you so much. Thank you for the lovely bhajan.
And we pray for everyone and you as well, Mataji. Please get well soon. Hare
And-
Krishna.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So now we would like to invite our very lovely Bengali nightingale.
Sandhya Mataji.
You not understand.
Krishna
You
Mataji.
not understand this song. You understanding this one?
Yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
yes, of course, Mataji. Yeah, that's a very
Yeah,
famous
Bhajan
bhajan. Yeah,
Sri Nandan
written by Govindas.
and
Yes.
Govindas, yeah, Govindas ji, and that
Very special, very special human right born. This also doing anything, you thinking, singing, nice talking, yeah. Very durlabha janamo
we read.
manava satsange. Yes, satsange. Or very nice. I very love this song.
It's a very meaningful bhajan. Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I not guarantee when I go any time. This I very interesting. Always Nam Sankirtan. I singing. Yeah. Life is a short. This one.
So
Okay.
thank
Okay.
you.
Namaste.
Thank you so much,
Hare
Mataji.
thank you,
Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
it's very nice
So,
having you, Mataji. Arena Mataji. And now we are going to Mrs. Roy Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for coming. It's
thank you
really
for coming,
wonderful to have
Mataji.
you. Lovely association. How are you, Mataji? Tanat Pranam. Hey, Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So what we are singing today, Mataji?
I'm well. You कैसी आपको?
बहुत अच्छे,
बहुत
बहुत अच्छे. After wonderful darshan, live darshan in the temple, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. Thank you so much. And आज आप क्या गा रहे हैं, माताजी?
आज हरि नाम संकीर्तन
हरी बोल.
है. इसका बंगाली सुनो.
Please continue, माताजी. Hare Krishna.
कानाई की ओ बाबे आरे बाबे बाई ब्रोजो चेरे आइले कानाई की ओ बाबे कारे बाबे बाई ब्रोजो चेरे आइले মধুর বৃন্দাবন তেজ করে দেশান্তরী হইলে মধুর বৃন্দাবন তেজ করে দেশান্তরী হইলে কানাই কি ভাবে কার ভাবে ভাই ব্রজ চেরে আইলে খানায় হাতে বাসি নাই মাথে চূড়া নাই গলে নাই রে বনমালা কানাই হাতে বাসি নাই মাথে চূড়া নাই গলে নাই রে বনমালা কানাই অঙ্গে রামা বলি কাঁদে ভিক্ষার ঝুলি অঙ্গে রামা বলি কাঁদে ভিক্ষার ঝুলি দুই নয়নে বহে ধারা দুই নয়নে বহে ধারা কানাই কি ভাবে খার বাবে বাই ব্রজ চেরে আইলে কানাই রে বাইরে কানাই কানাই রে বাইরে কানাই আদরের হৃদন ছিলে বৃন্দাবন আদরের ছিলে বৃন্দাবন মা যশোদার লীল মনি মা যশোদার লীলমণি কানাই কি পাবে কার বাবে বাই ব্রজ চেরে আইলে কানাই নন্দ রানী বিনে এ চান্দ বদনে নন্দ রানী বিনে এ চান্দ বদনে খেদিবে রে সরলনি ও কানাই খেদিবে রে সরলনি কানাই কি বাবে কার বাবে ভাই ব্রজ চেরে আইলে কানাই রে গুণের ভাই 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 রে কানাই কানাই অন্তরেরই আশা ছিল ভালোবাসা অন্তরেরই আশা ছিল ভালোবাসা ছেড়ে আইলে রাকাল সঙ্গ কানাই ছেড়ে আইলে কাকাল সঙ্গ কানাই কি বাবে আর বাবে ভাই ব্রজ ছেড়ে আইলে কানাই রে গুণের ভাই 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 রে কানাই আপনি হয়ে হরি কেন রে শ্রী হরি আপনি হয়ে হরি কেন রে শ্রী হরি 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 বলে কাঁদো হরি হরি বলে কাঁদো কানাই কি বাবে কার বাবে ভাই ব্রজ চেরে আইলে হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে হরে হে হরে রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে কানাই কি বাবে কার বাবে ভাই ব্রজ চেরে আইলে হরি বল হরে কৃষ্ণ
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for a lovely bhajan. I'm sure that I was a bit struggling with the Bengali, but I'm sure that we are going to listen to the translation maybe tomorrow evening. We'll see what is the translation. We'll all understand that maybe because we are running a bit of late. We'd like to thank you again, Mataji.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
And now we are going for very quick Jai Radha Madhav by Pranav Prabhu and Sudarshan Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Dandashanam. Welcome for Jai Radha Madhav, and if you can keep it really short, like couple of minutes, not more than that, and we will go to class. Then we are running late. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Vivardhari Yashodhanandan Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodhanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna tira vanachari, Jamuna tira vanachari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe, Sachinandana Jaya Nitai Chan, Sachinandana Jaya Nitai Chan, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur. Radha Madhav ki jai.
Hare Krishna Sudarshan Prabhu, thank you so much for wonderful Jai Radha Madhav. And now we would like to welcome
Vidar Prabhu.
Vedar Prabhu. Thank you so much, Vedar Prabhu, for coming.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
A big Dandavat Pranam, Vedar Prabhu. I hope it's very enlightening evening we are going to have with your lecture today. We know that we had a wonderful God Purnima,
And Prabhuji is back from Dham.
And
So
Dham.
we are still having the blessings of Prabhuji directly. And thank you so much, Prabhuji. Please enlighten us with your lecture.
Hey, Hare Krishna. Thank you. I'll do my best. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
So today, carrying on with the mood of glorifying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Gaura Purnima, and also connected with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always Lord Jagannath. So the invocation today will be Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityanando Sahodito Gauradaya Pushpavanto Chitro Sando Tamo Nudo. So this mantra we glorify Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu together. It says that these two personalities have risen. These two personalities, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, have risen on the eastern horizon. Go there. Go to the eastern horizon. Risen on the eastern horizon, just to dissipate the darkness of the age of Kali. So wonderful personalities. We had this wonderful festival, and as I noted on the day itself, I think it was so nice to have the devotees back in the temple in a controlled manner. It's not open, fully open yet, but it was, as I called it, the beginning of the end of this lockdown situation. It'll take some time till we to work everything out. But it's nice that the devotees are beginning to come back into the temple for the seva. So that was wonderful. And I'm with Durrani, myself, my brother in Sampatni, and my Babi Nain Manjari. We were very fortunate that we had to go on some personal business to Bharat, but I thought, while we are there, we need to do something spiritual also. So we were very fortunate that we visited the two of the most holy dhams, which was Jagannath Puri and Mayapur. The first dham we visited was Jagannath Puri. And Jagannath Puri is very, very intimately connected with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And after 2 years of not being able to travel and to finally go to the dham, it was amazing. It was too short, but amazing. Yeah, we need a lot longer time to really absorb the spirituality in these wonderful dhams. Prior to my visit there, I was listening to Madhvanand Das, He was doing the online programs that they were called Puri Online Virtual Tour, something like that, online virtual tour of Jagannath Puri, and it was set up by the SPT, the Strategic Planning Team of the GVC. And so they encourage him to speak about Jagannath Puri, and he lives in Jagannath Puri. It's amazing. He's a white-body devotee, but we went there moved there in about 1996 or something like that. So he's been there for many, many years. That's his home now. So one of the things in the beginning he said was about Jagannath Puri was he gives often groups of devotees will go and they'll ask him, please take us around. And sometimes they'll ask, how long will this tour take? And he says, never mind how long, how many lives have we got? Not days, not how many days will this take, how many lives have we got? I've been here since the mid-1990s, and I'm always still discovering some amazing things about this holy Dham. There's so much here, so much here. So what can you say? One thing I'd like to share immediately is that the physical layout in front of the temple has changed completely. For many years, we've been going to the Holy Dham, but the front has changed completely in a nice way. My previous visit, I remember, we went there, and the front of the temple where the darshan of Patit Pavan Jagannath, you can look into the temple without going in. That whole area had become a huge parking lot for motorcycles. That whole of the front had become that was so like upsetting and saying, what is going on here? But in these 2 years, something remarkable has happened. That whole front of the temple has been beautified. It belongs to the temple now. That whole area is become like a huge forecourt with plant stands all over. So there's a lot of greenery, a lot of flowers there, and the space has been just opened up. Now, right in front of the temple, if you're looking at Patit Pavan Jagannath, the gate, on your left there's a big block building and small shops, let out to different owners. So that whole block has gone. They knocked it down. That whole building is gone. Similarly, the other buildings, if you're walking towards Gundicha, coming out of temple, there's a block of building on your left. That's gone. So all this is now part of the temple, and it's been beautified. It's been beautified. So that was a lovely experience. Connecting Jagannath Puri with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mood. His mood when he was of magnanimity. He's being very, very, very merciful, to show mercy which had never been shown before. And that was to find the most fallen people. We say Patit Pavan Jagannath, but we also say Patit Pavan Gauranga. Patit Pavan Gauranga. So the most fallen people of Kali Yuga, he says, I need to give them what I haven't given for a very long time. Beginning of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu it is being revealed, the reason for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. And right in the beginning is third or fourth or fifth shloka of the first chapter, Adi Leela. He's saying Anarpita. I haven't memorized what it was, but Arpita means to offer, to give. But here it's Anarpita, having not given. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna was thinking, I haven't given this wonderful thing called Krishna Prem for a very long time. I haven't given it. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I must now go and give this. So there's a whole big lila behind that. Different lilas going up in the spiritual world, and down here Advaita Acharya is calling. And Sachimata and Jagannath Mishra would become the parents of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, little Nimai. So there's leelas attached with them, with Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya is calling. Actually, around that time, it's very important to realize, and this is described in the Chaitanya Bhagavat, the devotees were feeling a lot of pain. Again and again in the Adhikhand of Chaitanya Bhagavat, this is being described. Again and again, the devotees were feeling great distress that people were not interested in spirituality. They're not interested in bhakti. They may be studying the scriptures, but giving lofty philosophical explanations disconnected from bhakti. So they're feeling a lot of pain. And they would often go to Advaita Acharya saying, please do something, help us. We are just so dismayed with everything around us. So a few would gather, and do the kirtan and charcha, but they felt the pain that the vast community was not part of this. They were ignoring this. So Advaita Acharya similarly was feeling this pain, and he said, I will make the Lord appear. He was adamant, I will make the Lord appear, otherwise my name is not Advaita Singha. My name is not Advaita Singha. So through the process of offering tulsi leaves and Ganga Jal to the little Shaligram, so he's offering tulsi and Ganga Jal to Shaligram, and through that he was asking the Lord to come down. So Krishna is in the spiritual world, and Arpita and the rest of the world saying, I have not given this. And here on the earth planet, Advaita Acharya is calling him, worshipping his Shaligram. And the two form the right combination for the Lord to appear when that happens. A lot of the previous incarnation when the Lord appears, there was sometimes no need for parents. And classic example is Nrsimha Bhagwan. He didn't appear with parents. He appeared from pillar. He came from a pillar. And he enjoyed so much the rust of little Prahlad sitting on his lap. He says, I would like to, in future, I will appear through parents. So other incarnations came, and a good friend of ours, Rukmini Nath, he was explaining in Ekachakra to us that previous incarnations, when the Lord was merciful, he was merciful to a few. So like Nrsimha there, he was merciful to Prahlad Maharaj, not to everybody. And other incarnations, the mercy extended a little further, but not everybody. It was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu incarnation, which is so special that he came for the most fallen and freely distribute Krishna prema. Freely distribute Krishna prema. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's special. And so because he decided that I will now appear through parents, but you need to select those parents. You have to select those parents. And we were sitting at Yog Pit. Yog Pit has a deep connection with our temple, our deities. There's a very, very close relationship here. And our deities are very special. So I was gazing at the little hut at the back of the temple where there's Sachima and Jagadan Mishra and the little Nimai there, and our the appeal we make for Yoga Peeth every year, because we have a special connection with Yoga Peeth, is all the deities. There's a temple near the front with Radha Krishna and other deities, with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, other deities are there, big deities. But at the back, this is the special thing. This is the hut there, where there's Jagadan Mishra and Sachima and a little Nimai in her lap. So our donation every year goes to all the deities getting new dresses on Gaura Pune. That's where your donation goes for your faith. So thank you, all of you who support this. So I was just gazing at Sachima and Jagadan Mishra, and I was thinking, what's incredible? What is it about you that the Lord decided, yes, you will be my parents? Here is a picture of that. I was just gazing at them and wondering, wow, I mean, why did the Lord select you? Of all the whole, the whole of Bharatvarsh, full of, devotees. You are so fortunate that the Lord selected you to appear through you. And the Lord's selection of devotees to help him with his pastimes is always, he speaks, he selects special personalities, very, very pure, full of devotion personalities. It can't be just anybody, randomly picked. Doesn't work like that. So I was just gazing at Chaitanya, my God, Lord, you selected the Sachima and Jagadan Mishra, how fortunate they are, and how much I should appreciate this. I don't think we generally appreciate the personalities the Lord selects for his pastimes, especially selection of who will be his mother and father, who will play the role of his mother and father. So I'm just, for some reason, I was just gazing at them, thinking, my God, to be selected to be the supreme personality of God as parents. This is not some other expansion down the line of the supreme personality of God. This is the supreme personality of God himself descending. And right next to this little hut is a tree, is a neem tree. Hence, one of the nicknames they gave Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was Nimai, from the word neem. His name is Nimai. So it was wonderful to be there. Everywhere there was development going on, and I think generally I've noticed all over the world during the last 2 years, as there's been a lot of restriction on people's movement. People have taken the opportunities, just like our temple, to do refurbishment, development, and expansion activities. So, and I've seen this everywhere, even in this country. There's a lot of building work going on, construction work going on, infrastructure work going on. Similarly, in Mayapur, each temple obviously are doing a lot. Our own temple is magnificent, a huge, big temple of the Vedic Planetarium, TOVP we call it. That's this huge temple. The work is continuing. And now the main structure was completed a couple of years ago, but with the fine work, to beautify it with the artistry work. The structure is there, but then to beautify the cladding, artistic cladding, and pillars and domes, and all this is slowly going on, and slowly it's coming together. My brother and others were there fortunate to go in, but unlike the opening, it was a little different because the work was still this time, although you could go in, but the construction, the builders were also in there. So it wasn't when opening where everything was beautifully set up. This time you could go in, but on the, you know, away from you, there was also the work going, construction going on. But it's magnificent. It's magnificent. To go to Navadvip from Mayapur, it's just a little hop on the boat to across the river. But you go do that by car, it's a long journey. It takes, I don't know, 40, 45 minutes. You do a long way away, cross the bridge, then go to Navadvip. But when you're crossing that bridge, you see the magnificent temple. It's an icon. It's just standing out. And looks small, but it's the only thing which is that big, and it's just really stands out. Really stands out. It is, and it will continue to be a fantastic landmark. Fantastic landmark. And also Yogpit itself, our friend and associate Kumud Maharaj, previously known as Jain Prabhu, he's also continuing to develop, continue development, refinement in the Yogpit temple. But the other thing is, if some of you may remember, a few years ago, all of Vrindavan was dug up. They were laying drainage, proper drainage pipes, improving the drainage system in Vrindavan. So the whole of Vrindavan more or less was dug up. And it took them a couple of years to get that all in shape. Now, a lot of Mayapur is like that. A lot of the roads have been dug up, and you can see that they're laying these trains. So you know something good is coming along the line. They're just dealing with the infrastructure problems, and they're just addressing them right now. And you know, as soon as that is complete in a few months' time, you know, all the roads will be wider, you know, solid, and it will be a better place to move around in, just as Vrindavan is now. You will miss occasionally the natural things you lose, you know, like the Vrindavan is the Raj, which is the main thing for the devotees. But if you start tarmacking everything, then you miss the Raj. But then movement is easier. So similar things are happening in Mayapur. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his appearance was to give something which hasn't given for a long time, for a very, very long time. Once in a day of Brahma, he appears for this. Once in a day of Brahma. Once in a day of Brahma, Krishna appears. And the day of Brahma is a very long time. There's 1,000 Kali Yugs, 1,000 Satya Yugs, 1,000 Dwapar Yugs, 1,000 Treta Yugs in one day of Lord Brahma. So only once in that does Krishna appear, does Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appear. And we are so fortunate that Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga is in this period we are in now. How many have gone before? That's all technically listed in the scriptures, and there's the rest of the 1,000 left. But it's this particular Kali Yuga, this particular Dwapar Yuga that Krishna appeared and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. But to get the most precious thing, Krishna Prem, it's not easy. It's not somebody's going to give you a lollipop. There has to be qualification. It's not. There has to be something on our part to receive that also. Otherwise, as you know, it's like in the Christianity they said it's casting diamonds to swine, pigs. What do pigs know about diamonds? It's throwing diamonds into pigs, So there has to be something on our part to receive this precious thing. And coming back to Jagannath Puri and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one of my previous visits, every time I go, there is a theme in my head for the whole yatra, but also in individual dhams I visit. And for some reason, that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very prominent in my mind in Jagannath Puri. And in what form was he prominent in my head? It was him running to the temple. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was running to Jagannath Puri temple. And what was that first? And I had this picture in my head. Sometimes we're sitting in the ground, which is up 2 stories up, and I was picturing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu running to go to take darshan of Jagannath. So that was continually playing in my head. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu running, and that should be our move. We need to be like that. How badly do we want Jagannath? How badly do we want Krishna? Krishna is Jagannath. How seriously do we want him? Yeah. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his first entrance in Jagannath Puri. Prior to that, he was with Nityananda Prabhu and others, and he was at a place called Dandabhanga. It's a couple of 2-3 miles out of Jagannath Puri. He was there, and Chaitanya and Nityananda Prabhu, for some reason, broke his danda in 3. He had one sannyas stick, but he broke it in 3 and threw it in the river. So danda, the stick danda, and he broke it, and he bhanga, and he threw it in the river. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was informed the next day that this is what Nityananda Prabhu did, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was upset. He said, "Right, you lot all stay here. I'm going ahead alone." And so he gave them up. For that moment, he almost like gave them up, and he ran towards Jagannath. He ran to Jagannath temple by himself, alone. And the message I'm getting from here is, we also need to give up a lot of things baggage we are carrying, which are tying us down to this material world. They're tying us down. So that is a lesson Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving. Not that Nityananda Prabhu is to be given up, no. But it's a lesson we learn from that we have to give up all of our material ties, material weights which are weighing us down. This Bhavsaga, this ocean of birth and that, it's an ocean. And ocean means if you're not good swimmers, we're going to drown in it. But carrying a lot of weight doesn't help. It's going to drown us even faster. So to rise to the surface of this ocean of birth and death, we need to let go of the material attachments, which are like material weights, pulling us down. So like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you need to give everything up and run to Jagannath, run to Shri Krishna. Otherwise, we're trying to hold on to all these weights around us, material attachments, but they're actually weights. And how will we rise? How will we rise to the surface? And then we need to cross the ocean. Not possible. We need to learn this, that we need to give up material attachments and seriously run for Jagannath, run for Shri Krishna. But what is our situation? What's our situation? We are pretending to run towards Jagannath, but then we get distracted. Oh, that's a nice restaurant there. I think maybe I'll note that we should go and eat in that restaurant. That's nice. Oh, there's a new phone shop there on the side. The Grand Road is big, full of shops. And you think you're going to Jagannath, but then you get distracted. Oh, that's the phone. I wonder if the new iPhone is in that shop. Let me check it out. How easily we get distracted. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wasn't like that. He wasn't like, he was running towards Jagannath. So one of the things I remembered on Gaurav Punim was that actually 2 years ago, Gaurav Punim was when it was so touch and go, saying, shall we close the temple, not close the temple, close it, not close the temple. And for Gaurav Punim, we closed the temple. So that was the beginning of our lockdown, close the temple. And in this period, all of us have experienced the passing away of many people we directly or indirectly related to us. You know, many. The list is so long now. So 2 years ago, it was my mama was the first person in our community who left his body, not through COVID, for other reason, another illness. That was just after we locked down Gaurav Punim. There was a Gaurav Punim under lockdown, first Gaurav Punim under lockdown 2 years ago. And then my mama passed away. And then last year in April, my father passed away. So us going to Bharat this time, it was like the verse is almost there for us. So there are many personal matters we had to deal with concerning our father. But also while there, took the opportunity to do some wonderful, to do some spiritual things for the departed soul. So in Jagannath Puri, we have lovely context, the Kali Yuga Pandas, Atatha Maharaj especially. So what we arranged was that, we arranged for 22 sets of 11 Brahmanas to be fed in my father's name, and my young brother in his father-in-law's name. So, and we got some lovely video, and they did this so beautifully and so nicely arranged that, these are the sevaks of Jagannath. They're not just Brahmins, they are sevaks of Jagannath. They are the ones, we are feeding the Jagannath Mahaprasada. It's wonderful, wonderful. So if you ever need to do something in memory of somebody, this can be done. And can be done even in our absence. We can arrange it, we can bring ahead. So this thing is possible. We can do something similar in Vrindavan, because through our wonderful contact with Maharaj and family. And also at Mayapur, Lord Nrsimha Devi is there. Radha Krishna, you should leave them alone to enjoy their own Leela. We shouldn't actually be disturbing them too much unless we're able to enhance that Leela of theirs. But when we want something, we should go to Nrsimha Devi instead. So we did some various pujas, including our devotees of our temple. We did special pujas, so Nrsimha Devi can help. So time is short. There's so much more I would like to have done. It's time for Aarti now. Perhaps I can continue another time. But thank you. I hope something of the spirituality was conveyed. It was fantastic to go back to the dhams and take darshans after such a long time. And the only sad thing is we had to compress so much in such a short time. each dham. It's such a short time there. We try and compress so much. Couldn't do all the things we wanted to do. So I hope we can get out there again soon. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Then Pranav. It was just a wonderful experiencing. Just like we do yatra and then the physical yatra and then there's mansik yatra. So we were so much enlightened and delighted to do that mansik yatra with you. And it was not just yatra, as we say that when we go on yatra, we should listen, and we should do the yatra through our ears as well. So you gave such a nice explanations.
Yes, of course. So I really liked many points from your lecture, especially that Gauranga Mahaprabhu, our Sachinanda Chandra, is most merciful. Though Krishna has come in other incarnations as well, but our Sachinanda Chandra is most merciful form of lordships. So that's really a good point. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for
Thank you. I'll quickly say, because you said, listening. This listening is so important. Shravanam is the first bhakti of the Nav Bhakti. And it is a recommendation in the Bhagavatam. Prabhupada again emphasizes it again and again. That when you're in the holy dhams, the local devotees, listen to them. Take advantage of them. Ask them questions. What is the Mahima? What is the greatness of this dham? I did that. We went to, in Gujarat, there's a place called Dakor. We couldn't get to Dwarka, but there's another place closer to where we were near Ahmedabad called Dakor. It is also connected to Shri Krishna. It was the first time we went. Fantastic. You felt Krishna, and you felt this is Krishna's land. Krishna had, I forget the details, but he came there from Dwarka. Krishna came there from Dwarka. It's connected to the Rancho Leela, when he left the battlefield. It's connected all with that, but he came to Dwarka, so he's established this temple there. But just going to Dwarka, you start suddenly seeing loads of cows everywhere. And when you see cows on Yatra, when you're approaching Holy Dham, that's auspicious. And suddenly we start seeing loads of cows in big groups, So I felt instantly, this is auspicious, this is very auspicious. But when I got there, I made sure that I asked somebody, please explain the greatness of this temple. And he did, right? So wherever you go, please, everybody, take advantage of local devotees and hear from them about the greatness of that temple, that dham, that river, that kund. Very important.
Thank you, Prabhuji. That's really very, very important instructions for all of us. And as we talk about listening Shravana, we also do Aarti now, which is the time now. So we'll be going for Aarti, and we'll try to do Shravanam and then Kirtanam. So for the Aarti tonight. Hari Bol, thank you so much for enlightening us. It's really wonderful to have heard this experience, and we'll be all relishing it. Hari Bol, thank you so much. Dhanavad Pranam.
Very well. So Aradhya is more excited to start with the Aarti. So without wasting any time, we'll definitely start with the Aarti. Hare Krishna. Please join us. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे
शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद सदन शिवासादि हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्णा
हरे हरे
हरे राम
राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा
कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा
कृष्णा कृष्णा
हरे 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 राम
राम राम
हरे 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 कृष्णा
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 हरे 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 राम
राम
हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्णा
हरे 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 राम हरे हरे जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भावा तुम्हें जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भावा तुम्हें जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ
नीलाचल चंद्र स्वामी जगन्नाथ नीलाचल माधव प्यारे जगन्नाथ नीलाचल चंद्र स्वामी जगन्नाथ नीलाचल माधव प्यारे जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय राम जय जगन्नाथ जय श्याम सुंदर प्यारे जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जय सच्चिदानंद गौर हरि प्रिय प्रणदन नंदिया बिहारी जय सच्चिदानंद गौर हरि प्रिय प्रणदन नंदिया बिहारी गौरा गौरा गौर हरि गौरा गौरा गौर हरि गौरा गौरा गौर हरि गौरा गौरा गौर हरि पतित पावन गौर हरि पतित पावन गौर हरि पतित पावन गौर हरि पतित पावन गौर हरि योनित जान जय वनित जान जय वनित जान नित जगन्नाथ जय वनित जान जय वनित जान जय वनित जान नित जगन्नाथ नित जान जय वनित जान जय वनित जान नित जगन्नाथ जय राधा गोकुलानंद राधा गोकुलानंद राधे जय राधा गोकुलानंद राधा गोकुलानंद राधे जय राधा गोकुलानंद राधा गोकुलानंद राधे जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जय राधा रमण राधा रमण राधे राधा रमण राधा रमण राधे जय गिरिराज राज गिरिराज राज गिरिराज राज जय गिरिराज राज जय मधुसूदन जय मधुसूदन जय मधुसूदन जय मधुसूदन जय मानिमा जय मानिमा जय मानिमा जय मानिमा जय सुदर्शन जय सुदर्शन जय सुदर्शन जय सुदर्शन जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जय गौरा जय गौरा जय गौरा Premanande Hari Bol. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र रचता श्री श्रीमती डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र रचता श्री श्रीमती डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभु
की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद शिला गौर किशोरदास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद शिला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद वैष्णव सर्वभूमा शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूप सनातन रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ सब गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। नामाचार्य शिला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री द्वैत गदाधर शिवाश्री गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंज गोवर्धन की जय। जय जय प्यारे श्री श्री सच्चिदानंद चांद की जय। जय श्री श्री जगन्नाथ भगवान जय भगवान की सुभद्रा महानी की सुदर्शन जी की जय। जय राधा माधव की जय। राधा गोकुलानंद की जय। राधा रमन भगवान की जय। जय सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जी की जय। जय मणिमाई की जय। गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। मधुसूदन जी की जय। जय पंचतत्व भगवान की जय। नरसिंहदेव की जय। जय तुलसी महारानी भक्ति देवी वृंदा देवी की जय। गंगा माई यमुना माई की जय। वृंदावन प्रधान की जय। नवदीप माई प्रधान की जय। श्री क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम जी की जय। जय जय श्री ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम जी की जय। जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। गुरु महाराज की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। सामवेद भक्त वृंद की जय। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Jai Shri Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining for the Aarti. And now, as we are going forward, we would like to request you all to join us for the prayers to Lord Narasimhadeva. And for that prayers, we would like to request Lord Narasimhadeva, if it so pleases for him, may he please provide protection to just give me a moment, I will open the list. Srivas Pandit Das, Trevor Higgins, Lakshman Odera, and Srimati Mataji's brother-in-law, Srimati Mataji's brother-in-law, and these are the departed souls. And we would also request Lord Narasimhadeva, if it so pleases, to please provide a protection to Iskcon leaders, His Holiness Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Srila Loknath Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Srila Gopal Krishna Swami Maharaj, and many other Iskcon gurus and leaders suffering all around the world, and their care teams. May Lord Narasimhadeva also provide protection to Jyoti Malanji, Akinchan Das ji, Deviki Nandan ji from Botswana, Vinod Manji Mataji, Bhaktin Rita Mataji from Western, Rita Vatkamas Mataji, Pradeep Rankania ji, Dr. Reena ji, Lucky Roy ji, Premji Mataji, Shraddha Mataji, Srimati Mataji, Prem Mulan ji, Shanti Solanki ji, Sri Guru Srinivas ji, Gaur Hari Prabhu and his mother, John Prabhu, Devendra Prabhu, Kishore Bhai Thakkar ji, Daniel Hoss ji, and many other devotees suffering all around the world and who may have passed or left the body. May we also ask for protection for all the Iskcon centers all around the world and the devotees, and a special prayer for the peace between Russia and Ukraine, as both sides we have devotees. Thank you so much. And now we pray to Lord Narasimhadeva. Just give us a moment. We prepare.
Namaste Shivaya Paradadaya Hiranyaka Ipurakshaha Shilatanka Yato Narsinha Baitu Yato yato yamita to narsinga Hare narsinga Hridahe narsinga Narsimhanam dem sharanam prapade Savakar alapare naka Adruta Shringaya Alita Hiranyakashipu Anuringa Keshavajita Harupa Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Javajita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Narasimhadev Jaya Lakshmanath Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Gaur
नरसिम्हदेव की जय, भक्त प्रहलाद की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, नित्य गौर प्रेम हरि बोल।
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Aradhya, for wonderful Narasimha prayers. It was really well. Lord Narasimha must have been really pleased. Thank you so much. And do you enjoy today's program?
Yes, of course. I like the kirtans, aarti, everything. It was wonderful. Darshan was wonderful. Lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Temple and Pujari ji.
And thank you so much. Thank you to all of you who are watching us and joining us for evening program. With this, we would like to take your permission to meet you next week again with wonderful kirtans. As we move on, we might switch to temples as well and live kirtans from the temples. But please don't forget to join us in our daily reading. So we'll be again continue reading Chaitanya Bhagavatam.
No, it's Ramayana, I think.
No, it's still Chaitanya
Is
Bhagavatam
it?
and then Ramayana.
Okay, yeah.
Tomorrow evening 7:30 p.m. with a daily aarti, evening aarti and reading. So please join us. We all relish the pastimes and we will look forward to to seeing you. I hope there is no Ekadashi this week. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
Hare
much.
Krishna. Hari Bol.
Swastyastu Vishwasya Kala Prasidatam Dhyayantu Bhutani Shivam Mitodiya Manascha Bhadram Bhajata Dadokshaje Aveshatam no Matirapya Haituki Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om, Hari Om.